NHL Nightly with your host, the sports, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico in Barry. And we got the Degenerate Bostonian tonight. Welcome, everybody, to NHL Nightly. I am the Sports Beard. Welcome. Again, this is our last week at 10:30 Eastern time. We'll be switching to 10 p.m. next week. Big announcement this weekend. Be looking for it. It'll be on socials. It'll be on everything. Huge announcement. But you still can come watch on this channel. Mike and me talk college hockey on the College Hockey Show every Friday for 30 minutes, 2 p.m. Eastern. That won't change. But big stuff coming for the boys here. 2 years we've been doing this almost now. Pretty crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, man. When you're talking hockey with your buddies. Okay. And I think we're going to get a big guest for our first episode on the new thing. We talked about the Nachos last night to kind of bring it all back. And Merrick talked a little bit about it in his show, and I found something I was reading. I was doing a little research, and in 1988, somebody threw a live chicken on in a game in the LA Kings Montreal Canadiens game. And I tweeted out the video. So if you guys follow me at Beard_sports, you can see that. And I had a little chat with Merrick about it. He's like, "Oh, I forgot about that." Because to me, a live chicken, and they didn't stop play for like a minute. So, yeah, I kind of got over the Nachos thing. I did think, though, that Logan Thompson's attention was a little bit taken away. However, the refs got to blow the whistle if somebody throws something. Now, that being said, that fan's probably banned for life. From what I heard from the Oilers Nation guys last night on the post show there, that fan got tased at the arena. So I don't know, maybe muy loco en la cabeza, as they say in Spanish, crazy in the head. Maybe, I don't know. Pearlo, getting a little long winters there. Edmontonian, you're a former Edmontonian.
Oh, it's not bad now. Not bad now.
The days are getting long enough now. Everybody's doing okay.
Yeah, tomorrow's nice and warm, so it's not.
Okay. Yeah, I also got my butt a little bit on the line, and when it comes to gambling and the Morning Cup of Hockey show, which I know Rico was in this morning. At the beginning of the show, I said I liked Winnipeg plus money to beat Colorado. Colorado hasn't played great, but Winnipeg did look good in the first, so I feel like I'm okay there. And then we got one other game going on right now. That is the TNT game of the night. That's the Kings hosting the Florida defending Stanley Cup champions. Kings haven't looked great. They're 1-5 in their last, but they had won 9 in a row at home until they lost to Pittsburgh. Just a god-awful loss. But just, you got to figure just all the stuff that's going on in LA, I think probably just got up with the players. So, again, I'm going to be repping LA gear until these fires are put out. You can go to redcross.org. I don't know. The Canadian firefighters came down. I'm sure they have their own organization to help pay for them coming down to help fight these fires. I do say, though, that a lot of Canadians do live in California. So, 3/4 of Hollywood is from Canada. So they are, I'm always like, are they down here helping us? Or are they helping their families? So, I just make a joke. It's been a difficult time, man. And it's, it's going to be crazy. I did not get to watch any of the Boston, New Jersey game. Mike, did you watch?
Unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I got to give it to our friend Singsy, man. The Devils have been struggling. I heard they had flu, but they needed this one. But boy, Boston, they just can't string a couple together. They looked pretty good the last game, and then they lay this one.
We don't have the squad. It's not our year. We'll get them next year.
I told Mike before the show started, before Rico and I think maybe Pearlo was on. I heard a scout say on a radio show today that they have the worst prospect pool in the NHL, the Boston Bruins do. That is just how is that possible? You are literally in the hotbed there's only 2 states that I would compare to Massachusetts as far as high school hockey, and that is Minnesota. And you could throw Wisconsin in there a little bit, but Minnesota and Michigan are the 2 hockey states that I would say, okay, these are probably on par with Massachusetts, but they don't have the density or population that Massachusetts or the economy really. It does not make any sense to me that the Boston Bruins have the worst prospect pool. And your boy Letourneau, they're saying 3rd line at best if he makes the NHL.
I was a little disappointed with him. I know right now he's playing wing and he's a centerman, so I'm hoping next year, like when
he's also 17, 18 years old. I mean, let's
he
needs the full college experience. Like he needs the full 4 years.
Oh yeah.
To me.
But talking to the Bruins scout the other day, they're looking at goaltending. They're looking at 3rd and 4th line wingers. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, so I mean,
why are you signing Swayman to an 8-year deal and now looking for goaltending? I mean,
you've already drafted 2 goalies, by the way.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. And honestly, there's an abundance of good goalies out there right now. I think if you're not paying attention, you don't think, but there's a ton of like up and coming AHL goalies that are going to be difference makers in the NHL from what I'm hearing. So, 4:23 left in the first. Florida and LA still scoreless. Looked like LA almost got a pretty good scoring chance. Looks like Spencer Knight, as we projected last night, Spencer Knight in net. And I did not see for LA. Is that Darcy Kemper, I believe, who is like 2nd in the NHL in goals against this year. So having a real good rebound year, because last year for the Caps, Darcy Kemper could stop a beach ball. Oh, for the LA Kings too, Drew Doughty skating in a non-contact jersey, so he will travel with the team. So that's good news. I don't know if you guys had seen that. I didn't have a ton of news and notes. Do you want to just break down the Leafs game tonight, Rico? I'm sure you watched all of it. Pretty cool. Adam Fantilli gets a hat trick. You almost guaranteed to see these Ontario boys just like tear it up against the Leafs. I know it probably is mind-numbing, but I kind of thought Toronto got goalied. But I did want to ask you a little bit about this, Rico. Oh, by the way, that Del Bell Bar kid, a goal in a night. What a great name. Del Bell Bar, is that correct? Or
Barbaloo, I believe it is.
What?
Barbaloos, I believe it is.
Yeah, Delbar Balouz. Yeah, he's a Toronto area kid too. He had the biggest smile on his face when he took the puck from 2 Maple Leafs, pretty much. And
okay, Del Bell Balouz. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, not his first goal of the year either. So but I watched most of that game. Pearlo, you're fading in and out. You got to be a little bit closer to your camera. You're washing yourself out a little bit there.
Oh wow!
One way to prevent that is don't wear white shirts, stuff like that. Wear a darker color. Just don't wear green. You're not using a green screen, so it's not going to matter. But it does sometimes chop off the stuff if you wear like what Mike has behind him, that Nodak jersey. That's kind of the green you want to avoid, or lighter. You're good now. Yeah, I saw the Leafs get 100 million scoring opportunities, and just Merzlikins seemed like he was on his game. And I did want to ask you about this, though, Rico, before we go too far down the rabbit hole. Morgan Rielly doesn't look right to me, and he was not good tonight. I thought he was noticeably bad. For Toronto, didn't look terrible everywhere else. They were definitely getting their chances. Matthews was a -3, but again, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, anytime the Leafs get scored on and the camera pans on a single Maple Leaf, you know that they're involved in a play where there might have been a breakdown somewhere that involved that player, and they showed Morgan Rielly after 2 plays. He just kind of looked for the puck in his skates a couple times. Yeah, he just seems a little bit off. But I mean, Nylander had another breakaway. Merzlikins saved. He made some top-notch saves tonight. Fantilli walked in and he basically, Morgan Riley backed up a little bit and Fantilli just ripped one short side top shot.
Yeah, I saw that short-handed goal.
Yeah, I made like 14 saves. It wasn't like Columbus was all over Toronto or something. I mean, it was a string of hot goaltending. It was timely goals by Columbus. It was just bad mistakes by the Leafs. They just seemed to drag that game on and not take it to them a little bit. The Leafs started playing better in the first half of the third, and then another couple breakdowns, and next thing you know, it was 5-1. Merzlikins played awesome, and it was wicked to see Fantilli absolutely hat trick. His mom and dad are in the crowd. His mom throws her toque on the ice, and then
yeah, Chris Cuthbert and Craig Simpson from the sports. I watched mostly the Sportsnet feed 70-85% of the game, and they shouted them out. I think they even showed Del Bell Baluz's dad. It looked like his father, but they didn't it wasn't very long after his goal. I think the Leafs could probably just hang their hat on. They got goalie tonight. You had not ready for prime time Hildebeest in net there for the Leafs. He's just not ready. When they get Stolars and Woll back, they're going to be a dangerous combination. I think the Leafs are going to make they're going to do a little bit of damage in the playoffs here if they don't get out of their own way. Here's what's concerning to me about the Leafs. Morgan Riley, a little bit, and their power play. Their power play has got to be. So, hold on.
Pearlo, good call. I'm sorry, Rico, good call on the geeky prop there. I think 6 minutes in, he got a goal. 500.
I think there was just a slew fight here.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. After the game, Olivier crashed the interview with Fantilli and threw like a shaving cream towel pie in his face. Right while Fantilli was getting interviewed after the game too.
Yeah, our friend Avi let us know that Nathan McKinnon scored to put the Avalanche up 1-0. Of course, that's his 19th of the year. He hasn't even caught Ovi yet.
Oh, and he's on a point streak at home now. That makes it 11 now. So he's on that point streak he's getting going.
Yeah. Avi, your Bruins are in trouble.
Reeves fought Olivier too.
That was
a Olivier fight was good.
You know what? I think Ryan Reeves was tired of hearing in the media that he hadn't scrapped. And I'll tell you right now, we can revisit that Reeves Jack Eye thing. Pat Maroon was on Morning Cup of Hockey this morning. Did you see that, Rico? Did you see that part? Maroon goes, I wouldn't have fought him. It was 3-0. He goes, you fight at 1-1, 0-0 in the first. He goes, I wouldn't have fought him. He said too, Maroon said something too. Reeves is having a hard time finding people that will fight him. Like, he's just kind of up there now as like everybody thinks the heavyweight. I actually thought Olivier won the fight. If you give it to me, I'd say I thought Olivier caught him off guard, and Olivier's definitely winning the year because he's got over 10 goals. And anyway, great scrap. I don't want to, we need more fighting and less cross checks to the head. So I'll take the fighting, let's get that back into the game of hockey. I think it helps regulate a lot of this BS that people are crying about. So you don't need to have like, these guys can be skilled. You can have guys that Olivier, Tom Wilson, those guys are the future guys that score 20 goals and that will get you, that will fight 8 to 10 times a year. That's all you need. You don't need the Bob Proberts and Boogards and stuff anymore. You don't need those guys, but let's get skilled guys, big guys that will throw bombs, that will fight a little bit. It's not bad for the game. It's good for the game. It's good for the game. And I think too, like Edmonton's problem gets solved when Kane gets back in because he'll fight. That guy will scrap. So, there you go. You got your scrapper.
Yeah, a couple of key injuries tonight too. Nyes left the game right at the end of the second period too.
That sucks.
And Markstrom, Jacob Markstrom for New Jersey left the game with Brazeau sliding into him as well too. His leg kind of took a twist around the post there, so we'll have to monitor those guys.
I saw Frank Saravelli tweet about that. I think that Markstrom is okay. I didn't see. He's going to miss some time.
Yeah, he got his leg real good, like under the pad.
Oh, that's terrible.
Mhm.
That sucks for the Devils because Allen's been struggling hard this year.
Dude, I mean, the Devils have
and Markstrom's been playing amazing. Markstrom's been on a fucking Vezina run here.
Yeah, I agree with Markstrom. I think the Devils as a whole haven't been playing good. This is bad news for them. This couldn't have come at a worse time. I mean, they get the win tonight, but ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have anything else tonight, guys. I wanted to talk about the games. There wasn't any I
want someone's opinion that isn't mine because I didn't think it was a penalty on Brazeau, but like, what did you guys think when he crashed into Markstrom?
I didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
Rico, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. It didn't look like he really got pushed into him. He kind of like went hard to the net, and he kind of almost like he lost an edge and went sideways to the goalie. I don't think he was meaning to crash into him by any means, but it was just a weird play.
I'm not alone. I was just curious. I'm like, am I looking through this biased eyes or not? But I had the same view as Rico. So
nobody wants to take out Markstrom. I mean, Swayman came over and tapped him on the pads after too. I mean, he's a well-liked guy around the league, and Brazeau is just a young kid, so I don't think he really meant to do that. He's a big boy. Like Brazeau's a big kid. I think he just kind of lost an edge of it.
Here, I will share this with you guys, and we can watch it, and then just see. This is per ESPN. Let me get this in. So we don't get per ESPN right there. Taking Mike's face off. Sorry. That's the collision here. Let's back it up. Let's see. Ooh.
Yeah, he got really bad.
Yeah, it looks completely unintentional, though. All right, we're gonna stop screen. Okay. Yeah, looks completely on accident. Yeah, it's brutal. So you think too, man. This is the concern for me, and this is what I thought with New Jersey. I was a little concerned is like both Allen and Markstrom are both 34. That's not young anymore. So you got to have another guy come in and step in. They're I don't know. That's a tough one, man. Yeah, I didn't have anything else tonight, guys. This was going to be kind of a quick one because we only have 4 games, 2 of which have completely played. Was there anything you guys wanted to talk about?
Here's something a little interesting. The Jets at the end of the season have Nikolai Ehlers, Alex Iafallo, Mason Appleton, Vladislav Nemeshnikov, Neil Pionk, Velarde, Barron, and Dylan Sandberg at the end of their contracts.
Yeah.
And they haven't opened up talks with any of them yet. And Ehlers has actually said that he's not re-signing.
Yeah, I think Ehlers would do well to go somewhere else. Man, he'd be a guy I'd love to see Washington somehow figure out how to squeeze in there. Yeah, I mean, to me, Ehlers is a top guy on a lot of teams, and he's not going to be there with Winnipeg. They've got so much depth there. So, you know what though? I still like this Jets team to go on a run. Offsides. They reviewing an offsides. Oh yeah, that's offsides big time. What's going on there? I don't know. Looked like something was offsides. Did they score again? But then they had to wave it off. I don't know. Still 1-0. Of course, I had the Jets in this game. I just like the Jets at plus money. In Colorado, man, they've been struggling against. I mean, they did not look good against Minnesota, was down everybody. Now looks like Minnesota's getting Kaprizov and Spurgeon back, so that was some news. That was some news that I saw.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Yes. So, yeah, Kaprizov will likely be back tomorrow with the Wild. And then we talked about Fantilli's hat trick. Tyler Yaremchuk was at the Oilers game. He said that a lot of the fans were kind of on edge. We're hoping Ovi would score a goal in that game. I think they were all kind of rooting for that. I thought that was class from the Edmonton Oilers fans. So I actually thought most of the Oiler fans I heard from, like Tyler and those guys, they were all like, yeah, I can't cross-check a guy in the face. We're moving on. I think they were kind of tired of it. And then the Oilers released that statement today, reeked of Daryl Katz, just like, owners that don't have any, basis in reality. But it is what it is. Pearlo, your video paused, and it looks like you are sleeping.
Keeps on
Pearlo,
going in and out. Just wait. I'll go in and come back out again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But we can hear you loud and clear. You know what, Pearlo? We can hear you loud and clear, so just don't worry about it because it's not going to be that long a show today. Let's just jump into tomorrow's games, guys. We'll definitely have a much longer show tomorrow. 11 games on the bump. Pearlo's he's gonna try to rejoin us here. Here we go. We got you. Don't worry about it. No worries. Can't do anything. Oh, there we go. We lost your picture.
Well, I'm turning it off right now.
Okay.
Just turning it off. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna drop you then. So I'll just put you in when you come back. It's easier to do it that way. Okay. Let's start off. Mike, your Bruins are playing the Senators. Man, Ottawa did not look good in their last game, though. Ooh, they looked terrible against the Rangers. I kind of gotta like the Senators in this one. No favorite, by the way, in this one.
I'm with you on the Senators. I don't like how the Bruins have played on back-to-backs. I don't know what goalie's going to be in net. Swayman got pulled, so they were talking, maybe he'll play both games because he didn't play the third tonight. Korpisalo's listed as the expected guy. Guys, take Ottawa. I'm taking Ottawa if I'm putting money on this. I will never bet against the Bees, but I'd take Ottawa. It's just the way it is this season.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I thought it froze up for a second there.
Yeah, tough call here. The Bees are slightly favored from what I can see on the betting site, but like you said, is Swayman going to come back? I mean, they were in this game against New Jersey for a bit, and all of a sudden you turn around and it was 4-1. It's like, holy moly.
Yeah. I mean, I thought a lot of the bounces were fortuitous in favor of the Devils, but
yeah. You know what? I'll kind of I'll take the under in this spot, but if for plus money, Ottawa on the road. I mean, Boston's just a little tougher at home, I think, especially in a divisional game. And Ottawa's got the Leafs Saturday at home, so you know what? I'll take Boston in this spot.
On a back-to-back, no less, huh?
Yeah, because Ottawa's going to be. I don't know, man. I'm just recently biased in recent years. I'm like, how can I take Washington going into Boston and beating the Bruins? But I guess they're a different team this year. Don't be afraid to bet against Boston. Like years past, it was
Ottawa Senators.
Yeah, sorry,
Senators.
That's what I meant. Like in years past, like it'd be an automatic Bruins win at home against Ottawa. But I guess the times are changing, man.
Well, but also Rico, the Bruins were in New Jersey tonight. So I know that's not a massive trip, but it's a back-to-back where they're away and then home. All right, Jets tied it up. Let's go. Thank you, Avi.
Boston's a good home team, though. I'll take Boston in that spot still.
Okay.
I will take, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I would take the Bruins the way they're playing. I like Ottawa. Ottawa's coming off maybe the worst game I've seen from them this year. There's no way they're going to lay another egg, and if they do, I'm gravely concerned. And it wasn't goaltending. Goaltending was not the problem for Ottawa. I know, and they're supposed to be getting Ullmark back sooner than later. So okay, yeah, the over/under on that one. I wouldn't bet this game, to be honest with you. We're not getting lines on that. Okay, I don't have lines. Okay, Canadians Red Wings. When Pearlo gets back on screen, I'll pop him back in. So Canadians, Red Wings. Mike, you feeling it? You feeling this one or? What's going on?
I think I like if Talbot's going to go for the Wings. He's listed to go right now. I'm actually going to take the Wings at home. I'm getting minus 125. I'd go with it, though. I like Montembeault. He was definitely already confirmed.
Yeah, 13 of their last 17. Montreal's won. I trust their goaltending more than I trust the Red Wings. Montreal at plus 105 for me. Rico, how are you feeling?
Yeah, this is a huge game too. I mean, Montreal's a
They
lot
both
better
need
at home
this.
than they are on the road, but yeah, tough game, man. I'd almost play for the draw here because I think it'll just be tight, and then maybe somebody will come up with it in overtime.
So
but,
Detroit's at 47 points. Montreal's at 52. So this is a huge game in January. This is a 4-point game. If Montreal wins this game, they separate themselves by by more points. It's a huge game. And this is a division game. All right, we got Pearlo back. All right, Pearlo, what are you thinking? Canadians, Red Wings.
Oh, we're going to that? I'm going to keep rolling with the Canadians. I think the Red Wings lost their energy.
Okay. Mike?
I said the Wings before, I'm still hesitant. Like, I get why everyone's taking the Canadians here. Plus, obviously got plus 105.
I'm taking them, yeah. But, and I love Avi's on the Habs plus 105. Give me Montreal every single game. Yeah, I just don't trust.
I'm switching my pick to Montreal, too.
I just don't trust Montreal's goaltending I trust Montreal's between Dobish and Montembeault. I trust them. I don't trust Husso and whoever else is in goal, Reimer, whoever. I don't even know who's in net for them. The other
Talbot's listed, but we'll see.
Oh, Talbot. Yeah. Talbot. Okay. Talbot's actually been decent for them. Yeah, I don't know. I know McClellan's done well for them, but I just like the way Montreal's humming right now. They're in every game. They're giving it to good teams. So, obviously they want to take your money.
No, I'm taking the Red Wings. Fourth game in 6 nights for Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got you. All right. No more changing picks. It's like 4 times you change your mind. Getting confusing for the listeners, my man. Okay. Flyers, Rangers. Man, I don't think the Flyers really care about making the playoffs. And I think the Rangers, all they have left to play for is making the playoffs. And the Rangers are 2 points out of a wild card after having that atrocious thing. They're kind of back in the mix here. I'm not picking against the Rangers in this one. I don't know who's in net too. I mean, it actually doesn't matter because I feel like if it's Shesterkin or Quick, they have a better goalie than Philly's going to roll out.
Urson versus Shesterkin right now.
Oh, Urson. Okay. Yeah. Not Urson good. And I know the Flyers, didn't they just beat Detroit 2-1 too, by the way? So who do you think, Mike? Go ahead, kick us off there.
I am going with the Rangers. I just don't love Philly on the road. I don't love Philly, period. Just end of discussion. I don't love New York either, but I like them more.
Yeah, Philly's having a tough time scoring goals. They're tough time on their power play. They're just kind of, they're where we thought they would be. And they know where they are. I like Philly. I love that they no one's ever late for this show, Andrew. You come when you can come, my friend. Thank you for being here. Okay. Rico, we're going to finish off with Pearlo. What do you think, Rangers Flyers? This is in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, Rangers in regulation, because if you just take them to win outright, you're going to be paying like minus 150. Philly's hurt up the middle. They got no Pelling and no Scott Lawton. I think the Rangers are going to match up against them, and they need every win. So Rangers regulation.
Yeah, rough. Pearlo, are you coming out on this one, or are you touching this game?
Yeah, they got the Islanders after, so I'll take the Rangers too.
Okay. TNT's showing that tilt again against Olivier and Reeves. That's old school bombs being thrown, man. Do yourself a favor and take a look at that one. Okay. the next game, Blue Jackets at Hurricanes. So Blue Jackets were in Toronto tonight. They're playing a back-to-back. This is a tough one. I wouldn't even bet this game unless you just absolutely love the Blue Jackets. I mean, the Hurricanes have been kind of, I don't know. They're going to be in the top 3 for sure in the Metro, but I can't wait for that New Jersey Hurricanes first thing. Oh, all right, Andrew, that's awesome. Sod likes the Hurricanes. Go ahead, Pearlo, you kick it off.
I'm gonna go with the over here. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Hurricanes are coming back off a Western road trip, and
okay, so
tough. Columbus is in a tough spot. They're going to be putting Tarasov in, although we did get a shutout in his last game. But I think it's going to be. I'm going to go with the over.
Yeah, okay. I don't think the over hit tonight against the Leafs. That did not hit.
No,
I don't,
well,
that
if you
was
got
6.
in early, it did. It was a 6, and then it moved to 6.5. It didn't hit, but pushed.
Right. Okay. I heard Sam McKee.
Yeah.
Rico, go ahead. We'll finish off with Mike.
Yeah, I like the over here too. You're probably going to get Freddie Anderson against Tarasov. So
Anderson back in that. Okay. Yeah. Mike, you touching this one? Avi is not. He's not betting this game.
If it's Anderson Tarasov, give me Anderson. So it's going to be one of those wait till the goalies get officially announced. But I like Carolina.
Minus 325. It makes no sense to bet.
Oh, they 325. I don't have odds posted right now.
Yeah, I'll give you the odds if you need them, or I can show you guys. But
if it's 325, I'm just going to put my feet up and skip this game.
It totally is. Holy crap!
Yeah, here, guys. I'll put it up on the screen. Let's just get it up on the screen. We'll make it a little easier for you guys to see here. Okay, this game is minus 325.
Yeah, suddenly I don't love Carolina anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet that game, and that's why Avi was staying off. Okay, Golden Knights Blues. Mike, go ahead and start us off here. Golden Knights Blues.
All right, let's see. Matt, I have.
Speaking of another team, lost 6 straight.
I think I would.
Golden Knights.
I mean, I struggle to see them losing 5 straight or 6 straight. That's too many in a row. Give me the Golden Knights. They got to win eventually.
They've lost 4 in regulation.
Yeah, so no, give me the Golden Knights. They have to win eventually. And I also am super biased against Jordan Binnington. So any chance.
And I'll say this too. If I was betting this game, I would take the Blues. The Blues are not out of this at all. They are right there. They're 1 point out of a playoff spot in the West, behind Calgary. But Calgary has games in hand. Calgary has games in hand. Canucks have games in hand. Utah has games in hand. Blues got to start winning games, and the Golden Knights have been showing they can't play good teams or bad teams right now. I don't know what's going on, but obviously it's another tough game, but Vegas money line. Yeah. If I was betting this game, which I'm not, I would take the Blues. Mike's on the Golden Knights. Rico, how you feeling?
Yeah, the money's definitely on St. Louis. You're going to have to take Vegas in regulation or something, but they just lost basically at home in, I think, overtime or a shootout to the Blues. So they're going to want to go into their building and hand them a loss. So it's going to be tough taking the Blues here, but the plus money is on them. But I'd have to take Vegas, and just like the Rangers, you probably have to go Vegas regulation to see if they can get a dominant road performance. They've lost 4 in a row. Something has to give here.
Yeah, it's actually 6, but they've lost 6 in a row. But I think one of them is a shootout loss or something. Anyway, so they're not counting that as a regulation.
No.
Go back and look.
Wild on the 12th.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay. Lost to the Preds,
or they've lost
Boston,
7 of their last 8 or something. It's been bad. Anyway, Pearlo,
yeah,
are you taking Golden Knights Blues?
I'm going on the total here. When the coach comes out and says their goaltending sucks, it probably does. And Cassidy came out and said that, and Hill has been struggling. I don't know if it's going to be Hill. If it's Samsonov, I might change my mind, but
Samsonov.
I'm just going to go the over.
I think Samsonov has actually been better than Hill as of late.
Yeah. But either way, I probably would go the over before I pick a side here, because anybody could win this game.
Yeah. Avi says Blues don't have enough talent. Vegas is due for a dub. Could be right, but It's again, if they're not at home, I don't know, man. Like, there's just something not right about this Vegas team. I guarantee you, Kelly McCrimmon is working the phones. Utah Hockey Club, Wild. This is a huge game too, guys. I mean, Wild have kept. They're in that number 2 spot in the Central. They're most definitely a playoff spot. Obviously, getting Kaprizov back. I don't know, man. I wouldn't bet this game. This one makes me nervous. Pearlo, why don't you start us off on this one?
I'm going to keep on rolling with my Utah, man. I've been rolling with them. I'm going to keep on going. They got it's. I know they're getting Kaprizov back. He's going to make a difference for sure. But defensemen that haven't played for a while, usually it takes them a little while. So I'm going to just roll with Utah. And I like the way Ingram's playing right now. So I'll take the plus money. I'm sure that's plus money there. So I'll take the plus money on it. Right.
Yeah, okay. Just whoever's next, go.
Yeah, Utah's the only play here because if not, you're laying juice with Minnesota. They're getting Spurgeon and Kaprizov back. It might be a spirited effort by Minnesota here, but I mean, it's Utah or nothing. I'm not laying that price with the Wild.
So if those guys, it wasn't their first game back, it'd be on Minnesota, but it's not. So I'm just not going to touch the game itself.
I'll probably get a better price by the morning for Utah. So once people know.
Okay. I lose my feed if I share a screen. So if I got live video on it.
Winnipeg just scored, by the way.
Yes.
I've got Winnipeg. I've got Winnipeg too, buddy.
Yeah, I like them at plus money just because Colorado hasn't played great, and I know it's in Colorado, but like this is a huge game for Winnipeg. Yes, that's awesome, man.
Velarde, nice.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, did you hit any of your goal scoring props, by the way, Rico? I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Geeky.
Oh, you hit Geeky? Oh, you hit Geeky. Okay, nice. Plus 400. That was your biggest payout too. Yeah, Rico hit another goal scoring prop for you.
Guy was on the top line. How do you not take that?
I love it, Rico. I love it. You're
because it's the Bruins in scoring.
Yeah. Well, that was
the only one, and that was the right one.
That is
true. There you go. Sabres Flames. Sabres just beat the Canucks in Vancouver. I don't know, man. I think Calgary's good. I wouldn't touch this game.
Is this
I'll
an
take
under?
Buffalo.
Rico's on Buffalo. Rico likes Buffalo at plus 110. Okay. Perlo, what do you think?
You like Buffalo, do you?
Yeah,
like
Calgary's
Calgary.
off a bit of a road trip, so
I like Calgary. I'm taking Calgary. Yeah. Wolf and Net at home. I'll take Calgary.
Man, Calgary's had 5 days off.
Yeah.
I know that's why their legs are going to be a little bit soft at first. I mean, Buffalo maybe first period puck line. Buffalo.
Oh, I wouldn't mind
I
that.
can get a 6 here. I'm taking the under.
I wouldn't mind.
Flames
Buffalo.
money line all day here from Avi. Sod likes the Flames. Flames at home. They're hungry for 2 points.
Oh, wait, now I'm seeing, Zucker, he might not play. McLeod's out now on the IR. They're just going to start getting picked apart here one by one, and it might wear down a bit. Yeah, Dustin Wolf could just steal this game.
So, and the Flames didn't play yesterday. Their last game, they didn't play Monday. They didn't play Sunday. Their last game was Saturday, and they beat the Jets 3-1. So I like, if you're going to bet somebody here, to me, the Flames feel like the bet. So, but are we good on this game? Mike, did you have a question?
I said if I could find a 6, I might take the under.
Sure. I think that's fair. Dustin Wolf's been unbelievable. I think it's going to be him or Hudson as the Calder finalist. I think Fantilli. He had a great game tonight. I think Celebrini going to fall off a little bit here. And it's not because he's not good. It's just because he's not on a great team. And he scored again last night. I think he had a couple points, but they choked that huge game away. So, okay. Bump. No McDavid. Is this a chippy game in Edmonton? most definitely. I think Oilers probably win this game. I mean, the Canucks are just not. I don't know what they are. Like, they beat Edmonton, and then they lose to Buffalo at home. I don't know, man. I can't figure it out. Oilers 4-2. I wouldn't touch this game, to be quite frank. We're definitely watching this game. Like, I can't wait to watch this game. But Sod is taking the Canucks. Good for you, Sod. Stand by your team. Go Canucks, go. Rico, who do you like here? I just give me a Draisaitl goal scoring prop. Maybe
it's like that second wild card. Like the first wild card is basically cemented with whoever from the Central is going to fall into fourth in that division. But now Calgary, Vancouver, St. Louis, they're all within a point of each other. Utah's 3-4 back. I mean, I don't know, man. Vancouver might it feels like they're just going to go south. I don't know. Unless they figure out what the hell is going on. They play a consistent game night in and night out. But I think this is an Oilers win. This isn't probably a bit of a pissed off bunch or whatever. And yeah. Give me the Oilers.
Yeah, I mean, I heard talk at Ringham, the Riot Act, but I love I mean, I love
favorite though.
I love Edmonton here. Edmonton is good, but going with Vancouver. All right, Andrew. Okay. Pearlo, you touching this one?
Oh, Edmonton -1.5.
Okay. Wow. All right. You taking it. And what about you, Mike?
I guess I'm the Smurf. I am going Vancouver.
You're not the Smurf. Sod's on them.
Yeah, I'm with Sod. I'm with Andrew.
And so is Andrew. They like
no McJesus. Give me Vancouver if McJesus is out.
Demko is starting. You know who's starting for Edmonton too? Are they playing Pickard?
He's listed.
Probably.
Yeah, I like Demko over Pickard any day. We'll see. Maybe I think Vancouver might be a little bit annoyed too. Okay. Penguins, Ducks. I thought it was hilarious. The Penguins played one of the better games they played of the year against the LA Kings, which I was hoping they would not have. Just because I want to see LA win a bunch of games because of all the tragedy that's going on. Let those fans, unwind for 3 hours and just watch their team mop up a team that's not going to make the playoffs. I don't know I'm taking the Ducks +124. What do you think? Let's go back to the white shot too, by the way.
Yeah, I'll take Anaheim too. Pittsburgh is like win, loss. I mean, they're just too inconsistent. And
yeah, if you're getting Anaheim at plus money, why wouldn't you take them? I almost thought about flying down for this next game, but I'll let you guys figure that one out. Pearlo, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm not touching. I don't like Pittsburgh at all this year, so I'll definitely just because they beat a LA team that was obviously in the dumps. I'm not taking them to win this game. No.
Well, and then I just thought it was convenient that they said they were going to fire sale, and their team comes out and plays like it's Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final in LA. Anyway, yeah, you need to fire sale. You need to start with Kyle Dubas and start over, trade everybody. But I get it. Teams don't want to, but you can't leverage their future like they did and compete. So, Mike, are you going to talk about this game or?
I have an unholy man crush this season on the Ducks, so I will be taking the Ducks.
Yeah, I don't think it's unholy. They actually have been playing some very good hockey as of late. They just got Zegras back. That's only going to help them score goals. Add Ducks +1.5 in the lay. All right, I love it, Avi. High value, but toss it in. If you're doing a parlay, I love it. Okay, Caps at Kraken. Yeah. I never pick my team. There's no way I'm going to Seattle. So, Pearlo, why don't you start it off?
No, I hate this spot for Washington, but I don't trust Seattle. So, give me over.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. I actually don't like the over with Washington. They've been playing so good defensively.
Yeah, Lindgren will be in that. They'll score a couple on Decord, and Seattle will probably score a couple on Lindgren. I don't think anybody's going to want to fight in this game.
Yeah, so I'll just say this: he's been banged up. If he comes back and he's not great, Lindgren has been every bit as good as Thompson. He just hasn't played as much. Thompson kind of they kept alternating games, and then Lindgren got a little day to day, and then Yeah. Anyway, remember to hit the cough button. Mute yourself. Yeah, you got a mute. You got a mute button on your mic, right? Just remember to hit that.
Surprise
okay?
me.
Yep. Okay. Well, hit it anyway, because I can't do it for you. Yeah. Mike, go ahead, take it.
I kind of agree with what Pearlo was saying. I think Lindgren's going to really hold strong. I kind of like the under here, but I really like Washington at -140. So I'm taking the Capitals.
Florida just scored on the power play to make it 1-0.
I need Florida. Okay.
Yep. Florida just scored. Yep. And Seattle's +120. So if you like the home dog there, that's fine. I could see Seattle winning this game. I mean, Washington's been playing pretty tight games. Oh, yep. Yeah. Anyway, Rico, how are you feeling? Capitals Kraken.
Yeah, it'll be probably lingering against Decord. Washington should win this game, but Seattle at home, you never know. I mean, like you said, tight games. Washington, they've won a bunch lately, and take a chance on Decord against Lindgren plus money. You're gonna bet the Capitals. You're gonna have to lay a bit. So
I'll say this too. I think take an OV goal scoring prop. It's been 4 or 5 games since he's gotten a goal. If it's a close game, he's got a probably good shot at getting empty netter. He needs a rest, man. He needs to get his skating legs back under him. This Four Nations face-off is going to be outstanding for the Capitals because they don't. It's going to be outstanding for Seattle too, because they now only have one player in the Four Nations face-off. The Washington has none. So those were the two teams that didn't have anybody in the Four Nations face-off. And Seattle now has Capo Caco because they made that trade. But so he'll be playing with Finland, I believe. So, okay, last game of the night, Predators Sharks. We get a rematch of the game where the Sharks were up 5-1 and lost. Now they're home. They're +195. I think the Sharks. I love this Warsawski. I think they went. Did everybody give their picks on Seattle, Washington? Did I miss somebody? Everybody did, right? Okay. I love the Preds. I love the Pred Sharks game. That's going to be an awesome game. That game will be starting when our show starts. So that's going to be crazy. Pred's going to win this game. Sharks defense is bad. Yes, I got you, but Sharks in the over. Sod likes the Preds. Pearlo, kick us off, and then we'll go to Mike, and then we'll finish off with Rico, and then that is the show for the 22nd of January.
The Sharks have the instant revenge spot. Nashville's been playing. Just give me the over first period, and I don't think I want to touch Nashville at -225. And we've all seen what San Jose can do. So give me the. I think San Jose will come out hard. Give me San Jose to score in the first period. I think we can get that at +110.
Well, the over hit in that game like real fast.
Yeah. Well, usually it goes the opposite after that. But one thing I do think is San Jose will score in the first period. So I think you can get that at +110. All they need is one goal in the first period. So
and I think Askarov is going to be starting in this game.
Yeah, so that makes it better for them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, how are you feeling?
Not touching this.
Okay.
I do like the Sharks with the plus money, but not touching it.
I hope it's as exciting as the last game was. Rico, why don't you finish it off?
Yeah, the last game was nuts, but I mean, Gorgiev let in a couple here and there. And next thing you know, Nashville.
I think I could have been in.
They weren't being stopped. Like they weren't being stopped. It was unbelievable. I mean, he
was a sieve,
paying huge money. Like you could have dropped some decent money on Nashville to come back in that game. Like it was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I bet you they were plus
here.
1,100 or something at one point. Okay. Rico likes San Jose at +195. That's the show, boys. You got anything else you want to talk about before we go? We got a long one tomorrow for sure.
We touched on New Jersey goaltending. So, having lived at the World Juniors, they did just draft Team Finland's U20 goalie, and had Russia been in, it would have had their goalie as well. I like their goaltending in the future.
Well, right, but like ain't helping them now.
Ain't helping them now, but they only get to survive another year or two.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people had them in the Stanley Cup Finals. Need to start realizing that this might not be as good a team as people thought.
Yeah.
Even with their ads, I love the Brennan Dillon ad. I love the Pesci ad. The Kovacevic ad has been a good ad for them, But their secondary scoring has kind of been meh. I don't know, man. I know Heischer was on fire to start the season, so.
When did they name the tournament there? What are they calling it in February? The Four Nations. When did they name the rosters? Was it early December?
Like December?
Yeah.
December 5th or something? Yeah.
December 4th
Yeah.
or 5th or something? So I read a stat
there's going to be
that
some players
Sam
coming
Bennett's.
off.
Yeah, well, I read a stat that Sam Bennett's goal last night in Anaheim was his first goal since they named him to the Four Nations roster.
Right. I mean, you're not putting
He's
him
been a
on
bit
that
of a
team,
stud.
though, to score goals. You're putting I don't know why Canada's just not taking their best 12 players. Who cares who's your penalty killer? Anyway, I feel like they made the same mistake in the World Juniors. Anyway, I think they're going to regret it. So, but anyway, Sod is asking you how the weather is in Oakville, Andrew. Hope you're all good. Yeah, hope everybody's doing good with this East Coast weather. It's been ridiculously warm here. Mike, how are you doing in Mass?
We're -2 right now. I'm cool. I'm okay. I've still got my shorts on. I'm fine.
Yeah, dude, it's been shorts weather here, man. Like it's been in the 30s, so I like Anchorage, Alaska. So, yep, Bobby. Let's we'll see if they're taking the wrong guys. I mean, I think we're gonna see some changes in that roster too. So we shall see. Okay, boys. Anything else?
No, I'm good. I think that's good. It's pretty slow
Okay.
days. Not much.
Yeah. 11 games tomorrow. We'll be on. We'll have a lot to talk about. Yeah, I saw Florida got snow in Andrew. I'm cold, but I'm in Florida, Naples for 3 months with my parents. All right. Well, that sounds good, man. I hope you do that soon. Okay, everybody, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern. Don't forget, next week, huge announcement on the weekend. You guys are going to be so stoked. And we'll be back at 10 going forward the remainder of the year. Okay. All right. Peace.